Moments ago, House Republicans released their bill to meet a key Trump campaign promise to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act, often called Obamacare. Some of the key changes include ending direct government subsidies for low and middle income Americans to buy coverage. Instead, there would be refundable tax credits to do that, ending penalties of the individual mandate, and a phase out of the expansion of Medicaid in 2020. But coverage would continue for a while for those already covered. Lisa Desjardins just attended a briefing in the House Ways and Means Committee. She joins me now from Capitol Hill. Lisa, some of these proposals are not popular among conservative Republicans, are they?
That's right. In particular, those tax credits, some Republicans say that's just another way of giving subsidies to Americans for their health care. But those tax credits are a very key component here. The way they would work, John, is any individual who makes $75,000 or less would get some amount of money to help them buy health care. But as a tax credit, it would depend on how old you are. The largest tax credit would go to those Americans over 60. They would get $4,000 to help go to their health care. Of course, on the other side, Democrats also say this does not do enough to help those populations that can't afford health care get where they need to be.
And the governors, even some Republican governors who used the Obamacare money to expand Medicaid, are they going to be happy with the phase out of that money?
For a couple of years, they'll be happy, and then they'll have some problems in their state potentially, depending on how this works. If you were on the Medicaid expansion, those are basically what they call able-bodied workers, people who are under the poverty threshold, about 138% of poverty. People really can't afford health care, essentially, but don't fall into other categories of Medicaid. Right now, you are able to receive health care through the Affordable Care Act, but you will be able to receive that for the rest of your life if you are enrolled now. You will be grandfathered into this system. However, after 2020, John, there will be no people in that category allowed to join. So we're talking basically working age adults who do not earn much money. You can enroll now up until 2020. You will not be able to enroll in Medicaid after that.
All this, of course, is if it passes, and if it passes in the current form. Yeah. Sean Spicer at the White House said the target date for signing this bill would be the Easter recess. How likely is that? How realistic is that, Lisa?
Well, we can just look back at the Affordable Care Act itself. It similarly had an early summer, I believe, goal date of being passed. When was it actually signed into law? The next year, 2020. So that's an incredibly ambitious goal, John. The next couple of days will tell us a lot about whether that's even doable. We expect committees to start poring over the details. And as you said, John, there are disagreements not just from Democrats, but from Republicans about the details of this plan.
Lisa Desjardins, who's going to be busy following all those details as they make their way through Capitol Hill. Lisa, thanks a lot.